Look, I don't like making these types of videos. And yeah, I'm in an elevator. And this is how I'm going to shoot the video. Okay. So on Twitter, there's this girl complaining about capitalism, how, our ancestors were this and that, racist, xenophobic, the yada yada. I'll admit she's right on certain parts, like we don't know how to survive and stuff like that. And there's a convenience store on every corner, a grocery store on every corner, a restaurant here and there, and that we don't know how to do a lot of things. But I'll admit I'm a millennial, and I'll say there are some things I do know how to do, how to survive if push came to shove, how to turn my home field into a crop field. I have a lot of grass field. I can turn it into a crop field for fruits and vegetables. Plant a few trees here. I actually did plant some apple trees and some other trees for fruits and vegetables to grow. But that's besides the point. The point is, it's not capitalism for the millionth time. Capitalism is something that just gives you the power to choose how much you want to sell your goods for and how much longer you want to work for. The more you work, the more money you get. If you want to blame someone for the system that we have right now, blame yourself and everyone who's neat and everyone who tricked, half the country into voting for these nonsensical things. You've allowed these people to increase your expectations to impossible standards, where no matter where you dig, they tell you you'll always find gold, which is not true. Your needs are beyond the standards, where instead of bread and water just to fill you up for the day, you demand wine and steak. Now, look, I won't say that this is your fault entirely. No, it's not. There are those who didn't raise you right to tell you no. There are those who didn't tell you to always keep your expectations low and your needs set to a certain standard. But if you truly want to understand what socialism is and how you can live under socialism, it's simply something like this. Government gives you $3,000 a month. You say that's not bad. What's wrong with that? However, you could probably be working 20 hours a week. You say that's still not bad, or it could jump up to 100 hours a week. Yeah, still sounding good? No, I don't think so. But that's not even it. Under socialism, you're no longer given the luxury of choosing what you can and cannot eat, what you can and cannot do with your life. Another thing about socialism is that no matter how hard you work under it, you will never gain your luxurious items like the luxurious items that I have, which I've had to work hard for. I'll admit, yes, I have less time for anime. I have less time for video game ideas. I have less time for playing video games. But at the end of the day, when that check comes in the mail, that huge fat check that I get, that can pay all of my bills and still have more left over just to do video games, anime, and whatever, I'll still be satisfied with it. Another thing that she's talking about is that she basically doesn't understand that the things you have is what gives you the opportunity to do whatever you want. Where no one of my generation and the next and beyond knows what it was like before video games ever existed. No one knows what it was like before movies with high definitions existed. No one knows what it was like before cartoons existed. Before we had true entertainment. It was always work for everything. And that's the problem. You don't understand how far we've come to be able to enjoy these luxuries items. It's the old saying once again, strong men make good times make weak men make hard times make strong men. We're at that part right now where we're in hard times and we are getting strong men and women, thankfully. But there's still this disease of leftism infecting our current generation, our previous generation, and the next. Well, maybe not the next, because some of them are even rejecting this. More of them are rejecting this each and every single day. These people need to wake up and smell the roses and realize every other country around us is laughing at us, mocking us, shaming us. Hell, we're creating hatred for our own communities, division for no apparently good reason. And yet they want to claim to be on the morally high side. Well, you're not. You're not on the right side of history. You're not the moral high. You're not the betterment. You are the one that's dragging us down. And every single day I fear what nonsense you will all do and commit to next. Because right now we're at the point where a trans person who commits an evil act is seen as a victim, is praised as a victim, is called an avenger who sought out revenge, who's being defended whenever someone misgenders her. And I know I just misgendered her, but I don't care. She doesn't deserve my respect. What will it take for you to disavow someone? Is the next question. What will it take? Because the way we see it, my generation, well, at least half of them, the next generation and the one after this, and it's not looking so great because, like I said before, you all have no idea what true hard work is. Because if you truly take away the things you have now and said, go work on this farm to live and survive, you would never have the luxurious shoes you brag and post on Instagram about. You would never have the luxurious items you have. You would never have the video games you have, the entertainment that you have, the fun and relaxation you get to have. You complain about working 40 to 80 hours per check or per week, while at the same time others are working harder than you, never knowing the luxury they have that you get to have thanks to their hard labor, thanks to farmers, thanks to medicine makers, thanks to the technicians that build our computers here in America. Well, some of the factories that build things here in America. I mean, I'll even say it, under Trump we had a good thing going until you guys got this old senile corrupt fool in. Now, we are hoping and praying that we can survive this man's 4 years of corruption and devastation. You think you're on the right side. You think that you are the righteous ones. You're not. No, you are not. I say to you, open your eyes, look, listen to both sides, and truly understand what is truly best and right. Thank you and good night.